So much for taking the time to view our online workshop today and find out more about Blue Nest Home and the services we provide. I am Sheila Perot, the owner of Blue Nest Home, and I live at home in Silverdale with my husband, who is retired Navy, and 4 of our young adult and teen children. 2 are pursuing careers at the PSNS and 2 are still in high school. We have 2 other adult children who have flown the nest, and we've been blessed with 1 granddaughter and 3 dogs that keep us on our toes. The admin office for Blue Nest Home is also located in the heart of Silverdale, and our service area is Kitsap County and some close neighboring counties as well. So today, we're briefly going to touch on the history of our company and then dive a little bit deeper into the services, pricing approaches, and timeline in our track record, specifically on our service online estate sales. So our company history is, as I started Blue Nest Home in 2014 with a goal just to keep myself busy. And it quickly grew from providing basic home organizing for my clients to include homekeeping, which is like housekeeping, except we go a little bit above and beyond that. We'll do whatever we can to make our clients' life a little bit easier. So not just cleaning homes, but we can help you take care of laundry, help you do some smaller organizing projects when we're in the home. And we can set that up for weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly cleanings. And then we also have a team of 20 employees, and it allows us to take on some bigger projects and be able to handle them very efficiently and just provide a great service for our clients. All right, so let's jump into talking about our online estate sales service. And I want to explain the process. So in as little as 4 weeks, we can have a home cleared out and ready to turn over to a real estate professional. So sometimes we are contacted by a real estate agent or by our clients themselves. And in the process of having a real estate or an online estate sale is normally the clients are either getting ready to downsize, maybe move into a smaller home or apartment or senior housing, sometimes into a nursing home, or sometimes we're working with the executor of an estate in the case where somebody has passed away and now the person left is responsible for clearing out the estate and selling the property. That is who contacts us. If a real estate agent contacts us, we are more than happy to reach out to their client and see if our services will help them and schedule a walkthrough. We start every relationship, every project with an in-home consultation, and that's whether it's just for our homekeeping services or for move management, or in the case that we're talking about today, for the online estate sale process. So the walkthrough helps us to get to know our client, build that relationship, and really find out what their goals are, what their expectations, their timeline, and come up with a plan that is really going to serve them. And so we'll start the process with the walkthrough, meeting them. And then in the case of an online estate sale, when the client has decided what they're going to take with them and what is going to be sold, we come in, we organize those items, we lot them. So let's say they have a collection of Precious Moment dolls or crystal. We will take those items and we'll put them together in lots using our expertise based on the knowledge that we've gotten through training, knowledge of past online estate sales, knowing what items should be put together to help boost the online sale. So we'll lot those together, meaning that the entire Precious Moment catalog or collection may be all listed together or maybe divided up into 2 or 3 different lots. And then those items are cataloged, which means we write a description of what the item is. And then we take photographs. And then all of that information is taken and it's uploaded into an auction database. We work with a couple different companies that allow us to list the auction online. And both of them have very robust advertising and a big following of people who follow those estate sales, and they make bids on the stuff that is for sale. Very similar to eBay, except with eBay, somebody could come in and bid at the last moment, and then they win the item. In our auctions, if somebody bids at the last moment, the auction is automatically extended out to give buyers an additional opportunity to bid. So we manage the whole auction process. And then when the auction closes, the buyers are charged for whatever it is that they agreed to pay for the item. And then my team, will meet the buyers usually at the client's home and make sure that they are picking up the item that they purchased. And so typically when estate sales were done in person in the past, a lot of people would be coming into the home. You would have a lot of looky-loos, a lot of people just looking for bargains. And then at the end of the sale, you have all of this stuff left over to deal with. And with this online auction, it really takes that out of the equation. Our track record is selling 92 to 96% of the entire inventory that is listed for sale. And then only the buyers are showing up at a home. So whereas an estate sale could have hundreds of people coming into the home, just being looky-loos or trying to find a bargain, when we meet the buyers there, only the people who have a reason to be there are there. And it is usually takes place over a span of 2 to 6 hours, depending on how big the pickup is. And my team meets them there, and they make sure that everything goes off without a hitch. The client does not need to be there for that. We take care of all of that. And then at the end, anything that didn't sell, we make sure it gets donated appropriately or sent to waste management. And then we can come in and we can clean the home. And so we are really a one-stop shop. We can take care of everything from start to finish with these projects. And we love to do that for our clients. So we really help our clients understand that the real investment value is in the home and the property and not the stuff stored inside. So a lot of times people have very extensive collections that they may believe or know is worth a certain value, and it may delay the process of them moving out of their home because they don't want to just donate it. They don't want to just give it to family, or family doesn't want it. And they don't just want to dispose of the item, but they don't necessarily want to take it with them either. And so they'll hold on to it, while the home is where the money is. Most of the time, our home is our biggest investment. And at the end of that time, when we either want to downsize or it's time to move on and get rid of a lot of our possessions, the home is still our biggest investment. And so we really work with our clients to understand that and to know that the quicker we can go about getting those items sold and out of the home, the quicker they can get their home listed and on the market. And that makes good financial sense. So again, we are a one-stop shop. We do it all. And our clients have the option of having us do all of the services for a project, or they can pick and choose what they want us to do. So typically we go in, we can declutter, we organize, we catalog and lot the items, we sell the items, we meet the buyers, we donate any leftover Once in a while, a buyer will need us to ship an item. We will make sure it ships. Or sometimes a client might have an item that maybe they have their grandma's trunk that their cousin Sue in South Carolina would like. We can arrange the shipment of that and make sure that it gets to Sue in a timely manner and safe. We can take care of all of that. We manage any waste in the home. That includes household hazardous materials. So old paint, motor oil, gardening fertilizer, all of those are considered hazardous materials and has to be donated and recycled properly. We take care of all of that, as well as basic waste. You know, as we live in our homes, we accumulate a lot of waste. Even the cleanest homes will have a big pile of garbage. It's just the way it is. But we take care of all of that. We can come in, we can do a deep clean on the house. That can include having the carpets cleaned and deodorized, having the windows cleaned. That includes the tracks. We can take care of any move management, as well as packing or unpacking for the client. One of our favorite things to do is to move seniors, and we will work with them to decide what they're taking to their new space, and we will pack that and arrange all of the move for that. And then on move day, we move everything from their old location to their new location. We unpack everything. We set up their new home. We label everything, and we take away all of the boxes. And so during a really stressful time, we can take seniors and move them and set them up in their new location locally, obviously, in a matter of one day. And it's such a stress reliever for them that they don't have to worry about doing that. And then we'll take care of all of their estate sale needs as well. So if any of these services on here you need personally, or if you have a client that needs them, give us a call. We would love to do an in-home consultation with them and help them out. So the biggest question is how much does this all cost? This is awesome. Well, every client is different, every home is different, and that's why we go back to doing an in-home consultation for every single client. We're able to clarify their goals and talk about their expectations and talk about different options and figure out what is going to be the best process for them. And then we come back to our office and we put together a full package that talks about the scope of service of what we will be providing, and it has an itemized, detailed estimate. So they will know how much it's going to cost to have their carpets cleaned, how much is it going to cost to have their windows cleaned, how much is it going to cost to have the home deep cleaned, how much is it going to cost to do the online estate sale. All of that is broken down, and so they get a good idea of what it's going to cost. There is a deposit required to obtain our services, and so typically it is 50% of the low end of the estimate. And then we will process the whole estate sale. We'll go through and we'll sell everything, and then we take those funds from the estate sale and we apply it to their invoice. And so when we do that, it will either greatly reduce the cost of their invoice, or sometimes I even write out a check for a client. So let's say a client, I'm just going to use easy numbers here. So let's say a client invoice was $1,000, or their estimate was on the low end $1,000. They would pay $500 as a deposit to secure our services and get on our schedule. Then we would go in, we would do the online estate sale, we would meet the buyers. Let's say we're doing the deep clean, the carpets, the windows, and everything. And so that goes on to their invoice, all of those services. And so let's say for their sale, they made $1,000. And so I take that $1,000 that they made on their sale, I apply it to their invoice. So they've already paid $500, and now we're applying the additional $1,000. So basically they have paid $1,500. And so if it only cost us $1,000 to do all of their services, I would write them a check for $500. And so basically, they would have had all of their services provided and made $500 at the end of the day. If it costs more than that, that money from the sale of their online estate sale will be applied, and then they'll get an invoice for the balance remaining. So again, most clients are not doing an online estate sale to make a lot of money. You're doing it to recoup the cost that it takes to clear out the home. And it is a great way to make back some of that money. That's a sunk cost in the home goods that you've already purchased, and using that money to help clear out the home and to move you to a new location. All right, what can we sell? Wow, we can sell almost everything. And when I say almost everything, I mean anything and everything. Art, home goods, electronics, cars, boats, planes, bicycles, motorcycles, working or non-working, tools, cleaning supplies. You know, underneath your kitchen cabinets where you open up and you have old household cleaning supplies, a half bottle of Windex, a half a roll of paper towels, old cleaning rags, that all sells. And so in a typical online estate sale, we wouldn't even put that out to sell. It would just be either donated or sent to waste management because it would cost too much to handle it. Well, with this online estate sale, we can sell so much, and it's very easy to list those items. And so people will buy them. It's amazing how much people will pay for old cleaning stuff and items that are not working. We can just put on there that they're not working, and somebody finds a use for it. It's truly is one man's junk is another man's treasure. That is so true on these online estate sales. But what we have found is if we list it and let's say something sells for $1 or $5, that is somebody that is coming to pick that up. They're going to pick it up. They're going to take it away and pay you a few bucks to do it versus paying us a few bucks to remove it from your home. It's a fabulous service. You might have a piece of artwork that you think is worth $300 or an old piece of furniture that you think is worth $300. And maybe it doesn't sell for $300. If you can live with that, then we say list it for the online auction. If you have a piece of valuable artwork that you would be heartbroken if it didn't sell for at least $300, then we might find another way for you to sell that. So we have more control of what that is. But in general, the best thing to do is just to list everything in the home, because maybe that one piece of furniture that you thought was worth $300 only sells for $100, but you're selling the old household chemicals underneath your sink for $5. You're selling a piece of costume jewelry that you thought was worthless and it goes for $20. All of these things add up to a significant amount, because remember, we're selling 92 to 95% of the entire inventory on an online estate sale. And so if you're thinking about having an estate sale, or if you have a client that you think would be a good fit for an estate sale, we say don't donate anything. Leave everything in the home and we will try to sell it. And that will help you recoup the most money on your sale. Okay, we have a quick turnaround time. Most homes can be cleared out within 4 to 6 weeks. Our team, we have so much experience and we're used to handling a large amount of stuff. And so we can do in 1 week what it would take somebody 6 months to accomplish on their own. And that is no lie. Our time is very valuable to us, and we know that you are on a budget, and we're working as quickly and as efficiently as we can to make sure that we're being good stewards of your budget. And typically we can get your home cleared out in 4 to 6 weeks. And so remember, you're not doing an online estate sale to necessarily make a lot of money and retire on. You're doing it as a way to recoup money that will help apply to the invoice to help pay for the cleaning out of your home. Okay, so a lot of our clients say that we provided so much stress relief. I want to talk about Dave in Port Orchard. He had worked for over a year to clean out his parents' home. His mother was a collector of collections, and he and his wife were becoming very overwhelmed, and there was other family members involved that wanted Dave to do all of it because he was the executor of the estate. And so he found out from a friend that of the services that we provided. He gave us a call, and we were a little worried because he had promised his siblings that the house would be cleaned out by Christmas. And he contacted us in early November, and he wasn't ready to have the house cleaned out yet. We were able to clean that house out and get it done in 4 weeks. And he and his wife went to Disneyland. And when they came back, the house was completely cleaned out. We had done the entire estate sale, and they had a car in there as well. But they made enough from the sale of the items inside the home that it covered all of their expenses. And so it's not typical to cover all of the expenses. But it is possible, depending on what is inside the home and what we are selling, it is possible. I have had clients walk away owing only like $500 to $1,000, and that is cleaning out the entire house, having the windows cleaned, the carpets cleaned, the home deep cleaned, and everything taken care of. And so the sale from the items in the home really help apply to that. And if you think about it, having a home cleaned out in 4 to 6 weeks and you didn't have to lift a finger for it, that sounds pretty good. And most people are happy to outsource that stress to somebody else. All right, so the timeline is 2 months before the listing, if possible, schedule an in-home consultation. We'll come out, give you the estimate, figure out a timeline. And then 4 to 6 weeks before you want to list the house or you want to move out of the house, we begin working in the home. We go through all the items, organize, catalog, and photograph them. And then 2 to 3 weeks before the listing, the online auction begins, and it runs 5 to 11 days. We like to have an auction run 11 days because it grabs 2 weekends in there, and weekends are really high activity for bidding. However, if you are on a tight time frame and you don't have that long, we will customize the timeline to work with you. So, and then 1 to 2 weeks before the house is listed or the end of the project, we meet buyers to pick up the auction winnings. We do the final waste and donations are removed from the home. We do the final deep cleaning, whatever is needed, and then we turn the home over. So if clients aren't sure when they want to list, we can be more flexible with the dates. If you're working with a real estate agent, or if you are a real estate agent and you say, hey, we want to list this home on October 1st or November 1st, we work backwards from there and we start asking questions like, okay, are you going to be able to list the house on that day, or do you need to have painters come in? Do you need to have the carpets repaired or replaced before then? Are you going to have a stager come in? What day? We ask you, what day do you want everything out of the house and cleaned? And then we work backwards from there. So we can usually adjust to meet your timeline. You just have to give us a call and let us know what's going on. So my estate sale team, Margaret Hay is a project lead senior organizing consultant. Regina is a homekeeper manager and project lead. And Jacqueline is a productivity and organizing consultant. And like I said before, we have a team of 20, but these 3 ladies are my powerhouse. And between them and myself, we're able to handle these large projects and get them done in usually 4 weeks. And so here is our contact details. You can always email us at frontdesk@bluenesthome.com or give our office a call at 360-551-4831. We would love to schedule an in-home consultation with you, or if you just have questions you want to ask us over the phone, give us a call. We'd be happy to help you with that. Also, our website is just bluenesthome.com. And you can go online through there and see more photos of our team members and take a look at some jobs and so forth. All right. Thank you so much for listening. And I was trying to get this in 25 minutes or less, and we are almost at 26 minutes. So thank you for bearing with me. This is the first time that I've ever done anything like this. So I would love to hear your feedback. And I hope you have a great day. Thank you so much.